and then it'll end up on my YouTube channel. That's very unofficial, but I keep putting recorded stuff on because I have 5 years of recorded stuff. So some of it's cringy when I listen to myself talk, but that is all right. You know, we're people, we learn, we grow. And I will hit my start the music button. I like the music. I can do it on Zoom too. We're gonna start, let's start seated. Have whatever stuff you have. It's not imperative that you have blocks and blankets. We're gonna start seated. So sit in a comfortable manner. I'm going to sit on one blanket. I got my blockies off to the side. I don't think we'll use a strap. Ah, here you are. So let yourself find a nice tall spine. You can move your fleshy bits from your sits bones. Oh, let your shoulders come up to your ears and roll back, and allow the crown of your head to extend upwards so you're rooted in the earth, extending up towards the heavens, and you're this middle point between heaven and earth, between the more yin receptive energies, the earthiness, and that expansiveness, that activity. And so you become this really wonderful conduit for energy. And that's one of the reasons why people feel good after a yoga class. A lot of the asanas that we practice, the different movements we practice, are all about opening up the channels throughout the body. So all of these structures of connective tissue, creating movement in your joints, allowing your breath to kind of work with your body as well. And of course, having length through your spine, for those of us who are fortunate enough to be able to do it, it's such a gift. And here you are, this conduit. Bring a hand to your heart and a hand to your belly. Smiling and offering gratitude to yourself for coming to your practice, for this body that enables you to do all kinds of wonderful things and hold these little beloved children we love and pet our favorite animals and taste tasty foods and enjoy the summer and the sounds of the birds and the rain. What a gift to be here. Notice your breath. With each exhalation, see if your shoulders can release down a little bit more and the crown of your head can kind of lengthen upwards. Take a deep breath and let it go. Let's make some circles at the waist. Just playing around nice and gently. You start to get into some muscles that, they woke up and here they are and they're warming up. Be gentle with yourself. You might inhale through half of a circle, and exhale through the other half of a circle. Maybe your chin starts to come to your chest a little, and that can feel kind of nice when you come forward, stretching into your neck and your shoulders. Let's go the other direction. smiling into your body when you think about it, just like remembering to breathe. Your breath and your smile are tools to work with your physiology. It's absolutely true from a medical perspective, and it's true from the perspective of ancient practices. So it's really cool when these things come together. And coming back up to a nice tall spine. Let your shoulders come up to your ears and roll back. Extend your legs out in front of you and move your little knees around. Windshield wipe your feet from side to side. Bring your wrists out, your hands out also. Let's move your wrists and ankles. Never a bad idea to get in there. Listening to your little pops and clicks and all of those things. Let's do a little bit more joint movement before we continue on our journey in a different direction. Bring one foot to the ground. Let your hands come behind you. You're just gonna let your knee fall in and out. So just letting one leg, a knee go in and a knee go out. Getting into your inner hip, your outer hip. This is something you can do if you're sitting there watching TV or whatever show you like too. Just sit on the floor, do this a little bit. One more time, letting your knee go in, letting your knee go out, and then sit up tall. Bring your foot in towards your inner leg. Sitting up nice and tall, and we're going to sort of walk your hands forward over your tall, long leg, and bring your nose down towards your knee, and then walk your hands back up. We'll do that just about 3 or 4 times, walking your hands down nice and slow, coming over your long leg, nose comes down towards your knee. And you walk yourself back up and maybe slowly lift your head. Nice and slow. I tend to rush through life. What's the rush? Last time, letting your nose come down towards your knee and then walking back up. Now bring your knee up towards the ceiling. Let your foot come to the ground. Sitting up nice and tall. We're going to rotate away from your bent knee. You might bring a hand behind you. Your other arm could come to your inner leg if you like, or just hold on, lifting and rotating. Your rotation can come all the way up to your cervical spine, looking over your shoulder. And find a smile, take a deep breath, and let it go. Back to center, extend that leg. Let's switch you the sides. Same sequence of events. Bringing your foot down, you might lean back on your hands. Knee falls in and out. External and internal rotation of your hip. Just going along with your breath. Now each in-breath is bringing fresh nutrients all throughout your body, throughout your bloodstream, and nourishing all of your tissue, all of your organs, balancing the systems of your body. Your breath is a great access point to become embodied, to be able to feel into it, to be an active participant. And being an active participant, we really honor our experience of life. Letting your knee come out to the side, sit up tall, bring your foot in towards your inner leg. And start to walk down. You might keep a flat spine and then round it. Allow it to kind of round its way back up to a tall spine. Walking out down your leg and walking back up. Maybe one more time. Come up to a tall spine. Let your knee point towards the ceiling. Your foot presses down. You can bring this arm back behind you. Help your spine to lift, and then you can maybe bring your arm to your inner leg. Or if you feel kind of stiff, it's better not to overdo it. See if your rotation wants to go all the way up to your cervical spine and look over your shoulder and take a deep breath and let it go. Back to center. Make your way into tabletop. I'm a fan of blocks. I'm a fan of a blanket under my knees. Go with what works for you. When you're not in person, I can't force you to do things. Coming into your tabletop, and see if you want to find some movements here, some cow and cat movements with your spine. Feeling into your whole back body. Open your chest, let your chin maybe lift up and round through your tailbone, and that rounding makes its way all the way up to your chin coming in. I'm gonna find a nice lateral stretch. Come to neutral. Bring your knees together to touch. That tends to help me stay as balanced as possible. Extend your right leg back behind you. Press your toes into the ground and I'll pull forward and back. Get a stretch through your little toesies. And it's also stretching your wrists. You know, you pull forward and back. Come to neutral. Bring your toesies over to the left and look over your left shoulder. And come back to center. Let's find a spinal balance. Lift your leg if you like. Maybe you extend your left arm out with your thumb facing up. If you're feeling froggy, you could bring your knee in towards your elbow, rounding, and then extend out. Only if you feel really strong in your shoulder. You might do it one or two more times. But balanced and feeling stable is the most important thing. Extend and lower your toes, lower your hands, switchy the sides. Right knee meets the left. Extend your left leg long. Press through your heel, pulling forward and back on your toes. Breathing. Feeling strong through both hands, both wrists, elbows, shoulders, very engaged. And let your toes walk over towards the right and look over your right shoulder. And bring your foot back behind you. Play with spinal balance, perhaps. Lift your toes off of the ground, kind of even your hips so they're facing parallel to the mat. Extend your right arm up, let your thumb face up, and you're being pulled in 2 directions. And if you're feeling extra froggy this morning, you could bring your elbow towards your knee and round and then extend. Takes a lot of balance. You could do that 1 or 2 more times. I haven't done this in a long time, so it's kind of fun. Reach and bring your toes down, hand down, knee returns. Balasana, child's pose. Let your knees be a little wider. Big toes together to touch, sink your hips. I have my blocks, so I'm just gonna keep my blocks under my wrists a little and let my hands drape over them. To me, that is a really nice stretch through my shoulders. But see if you can let your forehead come down towards the ground. Breathe into your back body. We're gonna have a little adventure now, kind of playing with kind of sun salutation-y. We're gonna get up, we're gonna get back down. And as you go, I just want you to really take your time with it. I'm gonna move my blocks out of the way. Come back into your tabletop, into your downward dog. Curl your toes under. Make sure your fingers are nice and engaged, pressing evenly throughout each hand. Lift your knees and send your hips up and back. Oh, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Let your heels pedal out, your head and neck relax. Maybe this is a nice release for your spine. Let your jaw release down. Take a deep breath and let it go. And bring your big toes together to touch. You might like to lift your right leg up. I think I'll try it to see how it feels. Extending your right leg back behind you. You can always come back through tabletop and then make your way into the lunge, or bring your knee in towards your chest and step your foot between your hands to find a low lunge. Bring my right knee or my left knee back down to the mat because that feels better to me. In fact, I'll have you do that even if it's not already. I want to do some stretches in the back of your front leg. I'm going to grab my blocks, put them on the highest setting, and then shift forward and back. Getting a stretch over your front leg. And pulling forward, opening up into your Anjaneyasana, into your lunge kind of pose. Moving slowly, let your breath come along with you. Opening your chest, the front of your left hip kind of opens up and sending your hips back, getting a stretch on the back of your leg. I'll come back into your Anjaneyasana, and if it feels good, you could curl your back toes under and lift your back knee off of the ground, and keeping your front knee over your ankle. And we're going to come into a forward fold. So you take your time stepping your front foot or your back foot forward, and then it comes all the way forward. Find a nice fold. I love using my blocks. They're very versatile for me with my short little arms. Letting your head and neck relax, maybe bending your knees a little bit as well. You're going to slowly roll up to standing. Take your time. Let your arms dangle, maybe move your wrists around as you make your way up to the top. And then shoulders come up to your ears and they roll back, Tadasana. And pressing through each foot. And you rock from the ball of your foot to your toe. From the outside edge of your foot to the inside edge. Interlace your fingers, press your palms away from you, your thumbs point down, and then lift your arms up, press the ceiling or the sky away from you. Take a deep breath and lower your arms back down. Hold forward. Allow your body to release as much as it would like over your legs. Take a deep breath and let it go. Step your left foot back again. So we're coming back into Anjaneyasana with your front leg forward, or your front leg, your right leg. Bring your knee down, let your top of your foot come down. We're gonna come into a twist here. Bring your left hand to a block or to the ground. Bring your right hand to your upper leg. Lengthen through your spine and find a rotation, but engage your bum. Really, your long leg behind you engages to help support your sacroiliac joint so that this can be more of a thoracic spine opening. You might reach your arm up if it feels good. I'm going to keep my hand down because I just like that better today. Let your practice meet you where you are. Come back down. Make your way to tabletop, back into child's pose. Now let your ribs rest atop your upper legs. Let your forehead come down to the ground. Just feel good where you are before we play with the other side. And you know, these little sequence of events, they're designed to really open up your joints, to kind of stretch in more of a gradual way as well. And come back into tabletop. Make your way into your Adho Mukha Svanasana if you like, or stay in tabletop, or stay in child's pose for another breath or two. Bring your big toes together to touch. If you're in your downward dog, extend your left leg back behind you, unless you have something in your way or you don't want to. Bend your knee, bring it in towards your chest, step your foot between your hands. Anjaneyasana, bring your back knee down. I like my blockaroos. Top of your back foot comes down. Play around with your opening your front body and rounding over your front leg, shifting your hips back. We're getting these big stretches in our hip flexors, which affects our low back and also creates more circulation through our pelvis. Good circulation there. Make your way back to your Anjaneyasana. Curl your back toes under, lift your back knee. As you're ready, step forward into your forward fold. Let your knees bend, let your upper body release. Find a nice deep breath and let it go. You slowly roll up to standing. Make your way to Tadasana. Shoulders up to your ears, they roll back. You're gonna interlace your fingers again and then change the interlace right away. That should be the other way than what you did the first time, the other interlace. Press your hands away, let your thumbs point down. Reach your arms up overhead, press the ceiling away. And then lower your arms, roll forward. Take a nice breath and let it go. Step your right foot back yet again for your Anjaneyasana. Knee comes down. You can bring your block to the ground if you have one. Right hand comes down to the ground. Left hand comes to your upper leg and you find length through your spine and then rotate. But keep your back bum nice and engaged. Maybe you lift your left arm, and if you do, your fingertips are coming straight out of your chest. It's like your shoulders not flinging back, your arm isn't floating around. It's very much purposeful if it's happening. And if that doesn't resonate with you, then your hand is on your leg and you're breathing and you're feeling nice and engaged here. Take a deep breath and let it go. Bring yourself back to your neutralish place and then to your tabletop. From tabletop, we're going to come all the way down to your belly for a couple belly back bends. You might come into forearms. I kind of like to come onto forearms and slither on down. Let your hands stack under your forehead. And your knees might bend, and let the feet, let your feet roll, kind of windshield right from side to side. Your toes, your ankles. And bring your tops of your feet back down. And let your hands come underneath of your shoulders. Elbows come in towards your ribs. Bring your big toes together to touch. We're going to play with a Bhujangasana, a little baby Bhujangasana, a little baby cobra. And your bum engages, your hips press down into the earth. And from there, your spine lifts with your elbows coming in towards your ribs. You're not really putting a lot of pressure at all in your hands. They're just kind of there to help you balance as you lift into your baby cobra. Very therapeutic for those of us who find ourselves rounded forward a lot. I'd like for you to kind of lower back down, let a cheek come to the ground, relax your hips, give them a wiggle, a little relaxation. And then a re-engaging by bringing your big toes together to touch, tops of your feet press down, bum engages, kind of clenches and presses down as your nose turns to look at your mat and you lift yourself off of the ground. And let yourself breathe. And then lower back down. Let your other cheek come to the ground. Let your body relax, kind of wiggle around a little bit. And then we'll do that again. Baby cobra, bring your nose towards the ground. Lift yourself up as much as you want to go with your shoulders moving away from your ears and you're re-engaging through your lower body. It's nice and strong for you. And then lower down. Make your way back into Balasana, the child's pose. Just surround your spine. And I want to play with pigeon facing the earth, if that will work for you. And if it will not, because you know that it will not, then you're going to come to your back and do pigeon facing the sky. So I'll go through that as well. But for pigeon facing the earth, coming into tabletop, I like to let's bring the left foot forward first. Have something maybe to go under your left haunch. I have a folded blanket. You could use a little side pillow, something like that. As you walk your left foot kind of down at an angle towards your right side of your mat, and your knee comes down. See if you can maybe put your hip on something. I find that to be very helpful to keep your sacroiliac joint sort of nice and even rather than dumping into that hip. And you look back at your long leg and it's coming straight out from your hip. Lift up and slowly lower down. You might not go very far at all. You might stay on tall arms. We got a bunch of movement in, but it's still early in the day, maybe. Now, if this is not for you for the variety of reasons that it might not be, if it is, you're there and you're breathing, you're letting your breath be a barometer, seeing how that feels, only going further if it feels really good and you have that support so your left hip isn't dumping down into the ground. Otherwise, you come to your back and cross your left ankle over your right knee and have a figure four stretch that way. It's the same kind of stretch without the pressure on the hip, the knee, the ankle, the foot, all of these places, all of these parts that can sometimes have injury or experiences that tell you it's not appropriate to put so much weight on them. And so if you are indeed in your pigeon facing the earth, a way that I like to come out of it that I find to be helpful is to come onto long arms. If you lower down, tall arms, remove any support from under your left hip and then sink your weight onto your left hip and kind of roll into a wide leg stance. You might enjoy walking your hands forward here and finding a wide-legged forward fold. And if you are on your back and you enjoyed pigeon facing the sky, you can unwind your legs and kind of give yourself a little rock around on your back body, pressing into your feet, kind of wiggling your back like a bear scratching his back on a tree. Now walk your hands back up. If you're facing the ground, come back into your tabletop and we'll switch sides. And if you're facing the sky, you're gonna do a similar kind of thing. You just switch sides. But I highly recommend having something to go under your right haunch as you step your right hand forward between your hands, wiggle, walk your foot over towards the left. It kind of comes down at an angle probably, and your knee comes up, having a little support under your haunch so that you're not just dumping your weight into that leg. You're also able to get a stretch through your long leg. Looking back, it's coming straight out from your hip. Lift yourself up, and only if it feels good to you, begin to lower down. Each side is a little different. Your breath is a barometer of what works for you. And relaxing your jaw. If your jaw starts to clench, just let it relax. And remember also that things don't have to be intense to be beneficial. It's kind of this lie that our culture tells us that the only things that are worthwhile is if they're super intense and you're all worn out from them. And that's just not helpful in general. So we're learning a different way to be, where we're a little more balanced, feel a little more even keel in daily life, rather than either all going straight full steam ahead or being exhausted. Let's find a middle ground. It enriches life. Now straighten yourself back up. You can remove your blanket and sit back on your haunch. Maybe extend your legs wide if that's where you found yourself, and give yourself a forward fold, or on the ground. You can bring your feet to the ground and wiggle your little back body. Coming back up, we're going to make our way down to the ground to your back if you're not there already. You might have something under the back of your head because your nervous system thinks that's nice. And you might have a block close by for a reclined twist. I like to have kind of my blocks lined up to support my knee, shin, and ankle. I'm going to put them on my left side. Bring yourself down, let your knees come into your chest, and just rock gently across your sacrum. Let your head turn the opposite direction as your knees. And bring yourself to center. Bring your left foot to the ground. Lengthen your leg all the way down. And give your right knee a hug. Make some circles with your knee and your hip. Got a lot of hip kind of opening stuff. You're gonna bring your right knee over to the left, and your shin, your ankle might land on a block. You could have them even the highest setting, just to see if you can really allow for both of your shoulder blades to come down to the ground. And let your right arm extend long. Maybe you look over your right shoulder. Coming back to center by bringing your right foot to the ground, left foot comes to the ground, even your hips, let your spine be nice and long and give it a wiggle. Rest for a moment. When we're overstressed, our body produces a great deal of cortisol. And if we don't process it, it kind of holds in the body. An overactive stress response, it contributes to all of the chronic diseases that our culture suffers from. Ironically, not just diet, not just genetics, overstress. I'm gonna bring your blocks over to the other side. Let your left leg or right leg extend long. Bring your left knee and give it a hug and make some circles at your hip. Now bring your left knee over towards the right. Maybe hands on a block. 2 blocks. Each side's a little different. But see if you can allow your shoulder blades to both come to the ground. Your left arm extends. Maybe you look over your left fingertips. Let your shoulder relax. Smile. Coming back to center, bring your feet to the ground, give them a little wiggle. And give your back body a little wiggle. Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together and the knees wide. Now this is one that you might have blocks for, or little pillows from your couch or whatever. You let your soles of your feet come together and your knees fall out to the side. This is, if you let gravity take action, if you allow yourself to relax, the goal is a deeper stretch, a slow release of some of the deep connective tissue in your inner legs, in your pelvis, even up into your abdomen. And bringing hands to your body, have one hand on your low abdomen and one hand maybe up kind of towards your low ribs, over your solar plexus area. But having the support under your hips will help them to not overstretch. Overstretching can be damaging. We have to kind of find a balance between structure and softness. And so if you feel supported, it allows you to really rest here and just let stuff happen. We're going to do a little bit of pranayama, a little bit of breath awareness. And so if it feels all right to you, if you feel nice and comfortable, then start to notice your breath. Just feel it move under your hands. Noticing where it is. Maybe more up in your chest, in your upper ribs. Without forcing anything, allow your breath to dive down towards your belly. And as you inhale, your belly expands, maybe your side ribs expand, and your upper chest expands. And as you release, there's a release from your upper chest, your side ribs and middle body, and then your low abdomen falls towards your spine. See if your breath can just move slowly. It's like slowly pouring water into a jug. Your low abdomen, your pelvis, your pelvic floor is kind of the base of that jug, filling up with water slowly. And then your midsection, and then all the way up to the top of your lungs, and they're right underneath your collarbones. They come up so high. And again, it's like you're pouring water out of the jug. It pours out from the top, the middle, and then finally the bottom. Just nice, slow breath, feeling that sort of 3 parts of your breath filling up with the bottom, the middle, and the top. And then lowering top, middle, bottom. And just that breath awareness itself massages your internal organs, creates a sense of calm. And when you smile, you literally infuse your breath with that smile. Now let your breath go. Bring your awareness to your legs. Bring your knees together. And bring them in towards your chest and give them a squeeze and make your way into your final relaxation. This could be with maybe you have a bolster, maybe you have blocks and no bolster, or you have a pillow. You can kind of create a little bit of a support for your knees. That can be nice on your low back. I know for myself that makes a difference, just having a little support there. You can always keep your feet on the ground, your knees bent, falling in towards each other. You can let your arms go wherever they want to go. But I just encourage you to get yourself in a position where you feel extra comfy. I like to take my blocks and flatten them out, roll up a blanket and place it on top of my blocks. Because again, you're working with your nervous system. Same with having something under the back of your head. If you have carpet, it's probably not, terribly hard. But your nervous system likes having a little bit of softness in the back of your head, your chin coming slightly in towards your chest. A little bend in your knees is going to prevent that extra stretch through your hips. And we did that already. We had an extra stretch in our hips in our last posture. And then maybe you let your arms release down to your sides. You might even have something to cover your eyes with. It's never a bad idea. And you notice your body. You notice your breath. You notice where your mind is going. And ever so gently, bring your awareness back to the present moment, back to the support of the earth beneath you. Back to your breath. Bringing yourself back to present as many times as you need to. It's a practice that I know I'll be doing until the day I die. Coming back. Coming back. Begin to deepen your breath. Make small movements. And then we get bigger, giving yourself a full body stretch. Bending your knee, roll to your side. And take your time making your way up to a seat. Coming back to that nice tall spine. And rock a little from side to side and front to back. Let your shoulders stack over your hips and your ears stack over your shoulders. And bring a hand to your heart and a hand to your belly. And offer yourself a smile, and kindness, compassion, peace, and love. And bring your palms together in Anjali Mudra. The light in me sees and honors that light in each of you. Namaste, friends. Thank you so much for coming to your practice. It is always an honor to get to be with you. I'll hit my stop record